as much as it did our focus. And to your point, particularly whether it's late game or late clock situations or versus pressure, CJ's ability to do that is something that really helps our team.
Coach, what have you seen from Jalen these past 2 games down the stretch and being able to take advantage of defensive?
Well, I think we've been methodical about how we've attacked late, and I think it's important for us to understand there's a difference between how we want to attack the last 5 minutes of the game versus the first 43 minutes of the game. We can't play that style of basketball for the whole game, and that's when it does get stagnant. And JJ's challenge is to feel those situations, and that's a responsibility that he has that I think he has embraced, and continuing to work on that and playing without the ball and running and doing a lot of the things that he's doing for us. It's a huge part of who we are as a team, and he's pivotal to that. So we want both. I want everything from Jim.
Coach, how important was it? The team has been struggling a bit at home. How important was it back-to-back wins, especially this win tonight at home?
Yeah, I mentioned this before the game too. You always want to play well at home, and I know the Boston game, not to go back too far, but the Boston game was a painful loss. I would say that we were, the 5 guys that started the season for us, that game we had 1 of the 5. And coming back from the West Coast, 2 time zones, we have to be more ready to play in those circumstances. And it shouldn't matter. We have to grind through those things. And I thought we did against Milwaukee. We just really didn't shoot. We played better against Milwaukee than we did tonight, in my opinion. Certainly on the offensive end. We didn't have the stops late. That was the difference in the Milwaukee game. So having those 2 games, one where we just got manhandled. That's I don't care what the circumstances are around that. We have to own that. A game playing well, and not getting stops late. So to come out tonight and be able to grind out a win, in front of our home crowd is really important. And I think people can feel the way our team competed on the defensive end late, and that's what won the game.
I know you always wanted to defend without fouling, but this is the season best 9 free throw attempts allowed in the game. Is there anything that's attributable to in this particular matchup, or just?
Yeah, there is. I think you can picture the possessions that we were done a good job containing the ball, and then stayed disciplined throughout the possession when there was a shot fake, another shot fake, somebody stepping around trying to draw contact. I also think something we talked a lot about was just our help coming sooner, so that guy coming over is more of a deterrent where we don't get in a situation where people are running into us and creating that contact. So that's really important for us, given the fact that we don't have rim protection. So we have to compensate for that by just being more solid around the perimeter and not letting people get in there, because when they do get in there, it's really difficult for us to not foul.
Thanks, Coach.